Welcome to the Ano Ang Arte Mo series, brought to you by Pet Talks, where we feature our Filipino creatives and their journey towards their own kaartehan. Ikaw, ano bang arte mo?
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another podcast episode from Pet Talks Podcast with a series, Ano Ang Arte Mo, where we feature all the Filipino creatives and their journey towards pursuing their own kaartehan. And for today's episode, we are with the gorgeous Arthur. All right, Arthur, pakilala ka sa ating
Hello,
madlang
guys.
people.
Hello, guys. It's Arthur Ocean. I am a content creator, movement director, and a self-taught model.
All right, so a content creator, a movement maker,
Yes.
and a model. I would say a
Yeah.
model from the Philippines because we're going international anytime sooner. Okay, so
Yeah.
Arthur, well, since you've mentioned a lot of things that you do right now, we all know that your viral videos are circulating TikTok and Instagram and all of that. Very Vogue-ish. You know,
Yeah.
photo shoot sa kalsada, sa mga
True.
sulok-sulukan ng Manila, sa studio na to. And how did you start doing that type of content? And what was your journey? Kasi, well, before starting this podcast episode, you revealed that you were actually pursuing a medical degree. And how was
Yeah.
that major parkour
Yeah.
happen?
Okay, so starting sa how do I start? Actually, because of pandemic, naging foundation talaga siya sa changes and all.
Mhm.
And speaking of sa college degree, nangarap ako maging doktor and magkaroon ng clinic and such that, ganyan-ganyan, anong sakit mo, like that. Tapos, because of pandemic happened, nakulong na tayo sa mga kanya-kanyang rooms because of like experimenting to things, and I discovered na I have this passion about photography and makeup. Like, nag-revolve yung like hobby ko doon na, okay, take a picture lang tayo ng mga ganito ganyan, like super random things. And I actually got, because of my passion, nakakakuha ko ng like friends ko na, okay, ito, mag-birthday ka na, picturean kita, ganyan. Tapos ako okay, ganyan bagay sa'yo to. And ang fun part there is we do fun shoots sa bakuran since I came from a province. So andyan yung mga damo, let's go. Andito yung mga ganyan, andito lang. So super random things, and by that, like parang it turns out na I uploaded this specific video wherein I switched the roles na ako na naman yung nasa harap ng camera, and I do this very random poses, and boom, doon na nag-click. Like, there's a lot of comments na, ano tong, like something na amaze sila na, which is in fact na, okay, ano nangyayari? Like that. So, doon na po yung beginning of everything.
Oh, so you are that friend that really takes good photos.
Yeah.
Right? And then
Yeah.
actually, the awareness that you have when it comes to taking photos, it transcends to you becoming the model of your own, photo shoot studio. And I think most of the great models, like let's say one example, BJ Pascual is also now modeling, no? He's
Yeah.
been part of like many magazine campaigns, cover spreads of magazines, and he was a photographer. I think it's the skill of knowing what looks best
Oh, yeah.
sa mga tao when it comes
True.
to facing the lens, and you have that talent. You're not just this, but you're also a great visionary when it comes to making the people look good
Oh, yeah.
in camera. All right, so that's your story, no? So you're also a frustrated medical person.
Yeah.
I was also that kid before that, I created a period.
Yeah, period.
Na periodan mo din yun,
Yeah,
di ba?
tinigil na.
Tinigil
Period
na natin yung mga ganun
Tama na.
because I think
Yeah.
that's not for us.
Yeah, true.
That's not for us. And how was your journey? Nasabi mo na nga, nagsimula nang mag-boom yung mga contents mo that you do when it comes to posting in different parts of Manila. So
yeah.
how did the Filipinos reacted to those type of contents, and how did it make you feel that you want to create more of it?
Okay. I started since nung nag-upload na ako, and then I started to realize all of the comments na nare-read ko since I'm very new sa mga nare-read ko. And that, okay. Tama, may self-reflection, let's go. Tapos, like delving into that, parang, okay, parang, but may something, like, question pa, bakit nga ba sila na-amaze or what? And, since, okay, let's try another one. Pagtripan natin to.
Sige, laruin natin sila.
Laruin natin sila. So, I uploaded again. So, okay na, parang may halo-halo yung comments, pero more pa, like, nanghihingi pa sila ng more. So, okay, parang may something talaga dito. So, by that, kailangan siyang i-push ng push. And then, I started to, study my craft na as well as a model. So, parang mas cohesive siya sa camera, not us. Like, pinagtripan ko lang na yung reason, which is, hindi na now, since ginagawa na ko na siya mas, like, parang in-study ko na siya ng super with all of the angles and such things. So, ayun na, nag-start na mag-upload, and then I transferred to CT, from to CT na yeah, parang dahil doon, nakaka-travel na ako to cities na.
Yeah. I like that you really took time for you to study more about it. Kasi when people talk about modeling, it's just looking good in front of the camera and doing poses. And it's not something that people understand na inaaral talaga siya.
Oh, yeah.
And how was it for you? How was your journey? Ano ba yung mga inaral mo to be able to make it more cohesive, as you said?
Oh, yeah. That's a difficult like journey, since I need to study different faces. Since I started with my friends, okay, yung angles niya is nandito part, and which ang dami kang i-target na mga angles na ito hindi siya masyadong bagay. And you need to connect with your like friend or with my client as well na pwede bang ganito lang yung ko. So, it's my job na paano nga ba, like para magkaroon ng satisfaction yung client or my friend na, ang ganda ko dito. So, kailangan ko siyang mas bigyan ng pansin kung saan ang comfortable and saan ang best, talaga niya, most best face sa frame na yan.
Yeah, actually, when you're a model, kasi you have to sell something. It's either you have to sell the clothing, have to sell the shoes, you have to sell the product in your hand. And it's a skill for you to hone talaga. And it really takes time for you to be able to learn what's the best angle.
Yeah, true.
Kasi sabi nila, you have to sell the clothing. How to sell the clothing? So, do you have any tips for them if they're posing with their clothing, and how do they sell what they wear?
Oh, yeah. It took me time then to realize kung paano mag-sell. But the main factor for that is you have to connect with what you have. For example, you have the clothes. So you need to study your garments, kung paano siya mag-flow and everything like that. So in order for you to slay or project in front of the camera, you know how to deal with it. Yeah.
And the clothes, you have to wear the clothes.
Yeah.
Not the clothes wearing you. All right,
True.
so since you've mentioned that you've had great experiences with the comments here and there in your contents, let's move towards the not so good side of what you've experienced. Any horror stories that you've had in this type of creative work that you do? Like anything na natatandaan mo na masakit na sinabi or very remarkable experience na parang nayura ka bilang, model or as a creative?
Since hati yung comments by that time, when I read yung mga like bumababa na ako sa comment section, may mga okay, parang palalim ng palalim, and yung feeling na yon is tumatagos ng tagos. So, another question, portion na naman na, tama ba itong ginagawa ko and all that? Like, nire-reflect na naman, ano ba itong ginagawa ko? Because sa mga nare-read ko, ang OA mo naman, ba't ka nagaganyan? Para kang bulate or something like that. Tapos, it really affects me in a way na, do I need to continue this one? Like, may purpose ba itong ginagawa ko kung ito naman yung panababasa ko? Tapos, it really moves me to the point na parang kailangan ko na siyang stop. But, thankfully, I don't stop. Hindi ako nakinig sa mga pinagsasabi nila. Andito na tayo. Yeah.
And it's something that really is one of the great ingredients of someone that is successful, that becomes successful with their craft. Na no matter how people tell you things, like what our previous guest mentioned here, as long as you know your taste.
Oh yeah, true.
Walang makakabago sa taste mo kasi, well, your personal taste as a model might not be the taste of like some people, but it's well celebrated by most of the people that views your video. So parang as a model kasi, you don't have to conform to everything. You have to have your own unique taste.
Oh yeah, true.
And you offer that to us, right? And is there anything na parang aside from reading the comments that led you to feel, kind of tutuloy mo pa ba to or anything, was there a moment na talagang sinampal ka na baka ayoko na talaga tong gawin?
Okay. There's one one TikTok video na pinost across to Facebook and it went viral the opposite way na I didn't expect na wow, 109 like 99% let's say lahat doon is like na parang very bad comments talaga siya. And I don't know, nagkaroon ng million views actually. Tapos random na siya sa akin, dumaan sa feed. Siyempre, walang paalam or what. Bigla ko na lang. Tapos pinagtatawan siya with all the ha-ha-ha-ness. Tapos, eto, may sakit na naman siya and all. Tapos, okay, ano nangyayari? Tapos, I'm not aware na ganun na pala yung take ng mga tao sa, na yun. Like, parang mas naging, siya, very challenging for me na makabasa ng things like that na I'm very passionate with sa ginagawa ko.
And it's something very, it's something very toxic here in the Philippines na I don't know, like the craft that you do, it's very much valued in other countries. But here in the Philippines, akala nila it's just a random thing that you do. But it's something that na pinagdaanan mo na you need to study everything and you have to, have that confidence to really put that thing out there. And having said that, well, since you paved the way for other models as well, kasi nasabi mo sa akin kanina, you're also a coach, a model coach, right?
Yes.
And you've mentored young dreamers.
Yeah.
What do you usually tell the young dreamers while teaching them how to model?
First things first that I need to talaga focus is how they are comfortable with their body, since it equates to being confident and it equates to being how you project with the camera. So if that aligns, perfect. I do my job as a mentor and I need to check. And that's my talaga, like parang job to make them comfortable with the camera, build the confidence as 101% as much as possible, because I am given like a minimum time, like a day or like an hour to squeeze that moment to build your confidence within such amount of time. So, yeah.
Grabe, talking about confidence, since mga bata din tong mga tinuturuan mo, marami ka rin bang mga naturuan na super baba ng self-esteem nila?
Oh, yeah. Very much. I actually deal with a lot of kids na with the same situation na yung confidence, like, ayaw talaga nila. Like, here's the ato parang photoshoot area, nila sa gilid, and they are not really, like parang ayaw talaga nila, yung lakad nila very ganun lang, very small steps lang, and very ganun talaga. And then I have this one-on-one talk na, okay, usap muna tayo sa gilid, give me like 2 minutes or like what. Okay, meron kaming like heart-to-heart talk, this and that. Tapos may mirror dyan sa and we do our na intimate talking. Okay, eto, may gagawin tayo, ganyan. Tapos after 2 minutes, thankfully, nag-work talaga siya for some kids. Like most of the kids. And then, maya-maya, the parents are very impressed on how their kids is, ando na sa, like, photoshoot area na very comfortable on how they project with the camera. And that's a moment for me. Yeah, oh my God, perfect. And that's how I am very, grateful to have na ma-uplift yung confidence nila as ganyang time lang na limit.
Right. So you're not just really mentoring them in technical manners, but also you become their motivational coach as well.
Yeah.
And that's also something that transcends through your contents na it's the level of confidence that's not easy to achieve, but it's achievable because someone is already doing it. And with the level of confidence that you have, I have no doubt literally that we might be seeing Arthur in international runways and also here in local runways in the Philippines. And being said that, we've seen a lot of dreamers na parang nadi-discourage sila to be models in the Philippines. And then parang, of course, it's not an easy path. So in terms of the modeling industry, what improvements do you want to see in the Philippines in terms of how they treat models, how do they treat dreamers as well who want to be models in the future?
In terms of improvement, I think they need to like have that scope wherein they will not cage lang sa gantong standard of looks.
Yeah.
yeah, since I am an androgynous model, I can tell na there's really a parang a difficulty to parang na pumasok talaga sa industry na to because they have the talaga like the standards, which is yun yung humaharang sa mga dreamers as well, that na nag-grow din yung insecurity nila kasi hindi ganito yung ilong ko, hindi ganito yung ano ko. So, dun pa lang na point, which is a major factor na hopefully for this modeling industry would accept like diversity, beauty. Yeah.
And actually, diversity is gonna be the one that can start everything.
Yeah,
Kasi
true.
when kids see the representations through the television, through the social media platforms, they will see na, okay, my existence is valid enough. And my existence is like, I'm just capable as anybody else. And for you to be able to create contents for the young kids to see na parang you can do this as well.
Yeah.
So parang it's more than teaching kids how to model. It's really teaching them that you are enough and you're as capable as everybody
true.
else. And in terms of the whole creative industry in the Philippines, which involves a lot of photographers, models, videographers as well, and a lot of graphic designers and all of that, cages the creative industry, what's something na you want to see more when it comes to improvement na, okay, I want to see a better world for this creative industry in what manner?
I think more on, as a creator, I think magfo-focus on how we are treated, like for like compensation like that. It's not easy to to have a transaction in a business world wherein you have to deal with a lot of personalities and like a part of the staff and admins na ganito lang kasi siya, like parang there's really a parang minamaliit. Yeah, parang ganito lang. So para siyang yung placement mo sa industry is very liit lang compared to them. Like, pinapa-feel talaga nila. And I want the
Yeah.
improvement na parang, more value for us as creatives, na parang, hindi lang kami, ito lang, which, yeah, na ito lang, na parang, ayan, sa gilid-gilid, na parang hindi lang nabibigyan ng so much attention and, yeah, value. I think more on that.
And grabe, to ideate a video concept that you're gonna create for
yeah,
a
true.
brand, it takes a lot of time kasi parang, okay, this is one shot. I was given this one shot. And then you have to, minsan nga you have to set up a meeting with a friend na magpapakonsult ka pa
yeah.
kung maganda to, how's gonna be the hook. And then you have to, of course, hire a videographer or a friend. Like, you will be your own producer.
Yeah, actually.
And then, ikaw na yung producer mo. Minsan, ikaw pa yung taga-shoot. Ikaw pa taga-ideate. Ikaw pa yung model. And for it to become a model, it's not easy. You have to go through a lot of things. And it's something that the Philippines needs to view more. That models in the Philippines, especially I would say the homegrowns, like models that really rooted from the Philippines, they really need great levels of appreciation. Kasi,
yeah, true.
Iba, kasi kapag you're a Nepo baby, for sure, you have the network. Like,
yeah,
you might not have all the face cards possible, diba? But you have the
name.
equipments, the tools, the
True.
surname, and the connections for you to fly to this country. And mas mahirap din talaga yung pinagdadaanan ng mga, homegrown models natin na, we have more to offer. We are a diverse country which offers a great amount of beauty when it comes to the features of Filipinos.
Yeah, true.
That is grabe well marketed in other countries as well, no? Sabi nga nila, the Filipinos, they might be living in a wrong country kasi we're really not appreciated by the value that we give. But as we continue to fight for the value that we give,
true.
it makes Philippines a greater country for creatives. Kasi when you see something from a Hollywood perspective, no, when a movie was produced by a Filipino, malalaman mo agad eh. It was created by a Filipino and Brett Mandrock is, doing his own Filipino thing.
Yeah, true.
Matatandaan talaga tayo. And models, like, sa ibang bansa, we're very well appreciated and valued kasi pag nakita mo, she has a Filipino feature.
Oh, yeah, true.
And they love that for her, for him. And lastly, Arthur, okay, So ngayon, what's your message towards our young dreamers who wants to be, a model like you, wants to be a fashion content creator, and yeah, what do you want to say to them?
I think the best way to end this, it's very lang. I want you to become different in any aspects. I need you to as like evaluate yourself how I can be different and break the boundaries and try something different out of your comfort zone and discover more because ang laki-laki ng world para hindi mo discover. So yeah, I think that's it. Be comfortable of being different. Yun.
Be comfortable of being different. And that's what Arthur brings to the table. Well, thank
Amen.
you so much
Yeah, thank you
for
so much as
sharing
well.
your arte to us. And I think ang arte mo ay pagiging kakaiba.
Oh yeah.
And komportable ka sa pagiging kakaiba. Maraming
Very
salamat, Arthur.
Thank you
so
so
much to
Thank you.
everyone who listens to the podcast. Maraming salamat. At kayo, ano ang arte nyo? Thank you so much. See you on the next episode. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Pet Talks Podcast. Welcome to the Ano ang Arte Mo series, brought to you by Pet Talks, where we feature our Filipino creatives and their journey towards their own kaartehan. Ikaw, ano bang arte mo?